Okay, let's do some yoga. We're gonna just bring ourselves into a cross-legged position to begin with, just so that we can center and ground ourselves. Bring your chin parallel with the mat. Bring your arms to rest naturally onto the legs, the hands by the knees. And tune in to your flow of breath. Every time you breathe in, you feel this sensation of lifting and elevation. And every time you breathe out, you have that sense of surrender and release. Unclench your teeth, relax the jawline, soften around the neck and the throat, and release the shoulders away from the ears. Let them drop downwards. Even though in opposition you still have this feeling of lift and elevation through the trunk of your body. Okay, let's bring ourselves round into a supine position, lying flat on your backs. If you have a belt or a strap handy, have it close by you. To take us down into our supine position, we're going to use the abdominal muscles. So if we bend the knees, keep the trunk nice and upright, the chest drawing forward to the thighs, the wall in front of you. Take a couple of breaths in and out. And then bring the hands alongside the legs. Take another deep breath in through the nostrils. And as you exhale, tilt your pelvis, push your fingertips forward, round your shoulders a little, drop your chin down towards your chest, and you're going to slowly, one by one, connect each vertebra of your spine with the mat beneath you. So you want to keep tilting the pelvis. If you take your time, you'll be able to feel each bone connecting. You'll get to the point where the stomach muscles are just going to want to collapse and let go and have you fall heavily to the mat. But hold on to the stomach muscles, control them, strengthen them, keep tilting the pelvis, chin to chest, and then as the bones of the spine connect, you can then lengthen the legs away. Allow your toes to drop outward away from each other. Roll your arms so that the palms of the hands face the ceiling. Let the fingers curl naturally and have some space between the fingers. You'll be able to feel the air circulating within the palms of the hands. You can feel the soft flesh of the palms of the hands. And you become aware of the temperature of the air touching the soft flesh in the palms of your hands. A full connection of the spinal cord with the mat all the way up to the head. Gently draw your chin down towards your chest so that you lengthen the upper neck and you're resting centrally on the back of the skull. Again, soften the skin on the face, unclench the teeth and allow the tongue to relax in the mouth. Aware of the rise and fall of your chest. As you breathe in, taking in air, your chest rises, your rib cage opens, your lungs inflate. Your diaphragm moves downwards, gently massaging your internal organs. And then the reverse cycle of that, as you breathe out, your tummy begins to flatten, your diaphragm returns back into its original position, the rib cage closes, the chest lowers, and the lungs empty of all air. Remain observing of the breath cycle. And you'll notice that as you watch your breathing, it begins to lengthen and deepen. This in itself is beneficial, for it slows the rate of the heart and brings a sense of calm and equilibrium. And now that you've settled into yourself, allowing raw latent energy to release from your solar plexus, which is found at the back of the pit of the stomach, we can progress through movements. We're going to bring the feet together. We're going to draw the big toes closer to each other and take a breath in through the nostrils. When you breathe out, gently draw those toes towards the torso, the upper body. See if you can draw the little toes in line with the big toes. So all 10 toes are drawing towards the top of the body, the upper body. Nice flexion of the ankles here, the ankle joint. And then let's bring the thumbs to join. Breathe in, raise the hands up over the head, reaching up into the fingertips, a full body stretch. Draw your chin down to your chest, unclench your teeth. In this position, as you draw energy up to the fingertips and you race energy down through the torso and the legs into the feet, bringing the toes back towards the torso. Your total area, surface of flesh is aligning to all muscles, and flesh and muscles are aligning to your skeletal frame. And then we're going to breathe in, bring the hands up, exhale, lower them down and relax the feet. Keeping the left leg on the mat, you're going to breathe in, bend your right knee in towards you, clasp the fingers around your right shin, nice and soft, the skin on the face, no tension. Simply following the breath. Your breath is your guide. It will guide you through movement. For breath equals movement, and movement incorporates breath. So inhale through the nostrils and roll the shoulders up and forward. Draw the nose towards the knee. Scoop the belly in, back and down, pulling the belly button to connect with the base of the spine, around the sacrum. Exhale, lower, release, let go. Breathe in, lift. Breathe out, lower. Third time, breathe in, lift. Breathe out, lower. Excellent. Release that right leg, stretch it along the mat, breathe in, bend the left knee, drawing the knee towards the upper chest. Link your fingers and this time place the opposite index finger on top. Should feel a little strange. If it doesn't feel strange, you've possibly just linked your hands, your fingers, as per you normally would. So see if you can adjust this, shake it up a bit. Breathe in, lift the shoulders, round the shoulders, draw the chin towards the chest, draw the nose towards the knee, unclench the teeth, avoid pulling on the neck or throat. You're actually using your abdominal muscles to lift you. Exhale, lower, let go, release any tension you may have pulled into the head, face, neck, throat. Breathe in, pulling the belly button back and down to support the spine as you round the shoulders, pick them up, nose towards the knee, exhale, down. And a third time, breathe in, lift up, and exhale, lower, and then release that leg and straighten it along the mat. Bring your arms to rest beside your body, the palms of the hands facing into the mat. We're going to breathe in, bend your right knee in towards you, exhale, straighten. Okay, see if you can get that leg to straighten as much as is comfortable or possible. If you do have a slight bend in the knee, then this is fine. Maybe bring the leg down a little bit, get it to a point where you can comfortably straighten it. And then you're simply going to lower that leg down. Draw your chin down towards your chest so that you've got full compression of your spinal cord against the mat. And then breathe in, bend the right knee in, exhale, straighten. And then begin to lower that leg. Keeping both hips connected with the mat. Third time, breathe in, bend the knee in towards you, exhale, straighten the leg, and then still following your flow of breath, begin to lower the right leg to the mat. Let's go on the opposite side now. The left knee, as you breathe in, you bend it in towards you. As you exhale, you straighten it. And then keep flowing the breath as you slowly lower that left leg down. Breathe in, bending towards you. Exhale, straighten and lower. Final time, breathe in, bending towards you. Exhale, straighten and then lower. Keep both hips connected with the ground and release. Okay, now we're going to breathe both knees, we're going to breathe in and draw both knees in towards us, and we're going to cross the forearms over the shins, just holding around the wrists. Keep your connection. Keep the base of your spine connected with the floor. Avoid allowing your buttocks to come away from the mat too much. Breathe in, lift and round the shoulders, draw the nose towards the middle of the knees. Unclench the teeth. Exhale, lower. Second time, breathe in, pull the tummy in, pull the belly button towards the base of the spine, draw the nose between the knees. Exhale, lower. And then breathe in, third time, lift. Exhale, lower. We're going to take a nice deep inhalation in through the nostrils. As we exhale, let's straighten both legs. Let's place the hands beside our body, palms of hands pressing into the mat. You're going to push those hands into the mat, use them as a lever as you very slowly begin to lower both legs. Keep your pelvis tilted so that the base of your spine remains connected with the mat. Draw your chin down towards your chest so the upper neck bones of the neck stay nice and elongated, a natural extension of your spine. And slowly lower the feet. At the point where you feel like the stomach muscles want to collapse, that's where you need to tighten, hold on, strengthen. And when the heels reach the mat, release. Let the toes drop outwards, let the hands run away from the hips. Nice deep breath in and out. Okay, so if you've got your belt to hand, you might need it now. It's a good working tool. Not everyone will require one, so it's your choice. You're going to breathe in, bend your left knee, draw the knee in towards you, and then place the strap around the ball of the left foot. Another breath in, think of creating space. So you're making an elevation from the base of your spine up to the crown of your head as you lay on the mat. When you exhale, you're going to begin to straighten that left leg. Now take your time. You might only get a short distance and then think that's enough for me. Well, then you can breathe in, create more space. Exhale, release a little further. The two most important things to always remember is that inhalation creates space and exhalation is the place of surrender. So just get your leg to a comfortable position. Now, using the belt or strap, if your leg is straight down, further down, even down here, it's actually better to have a straight leg and holding on by a strap than having your leg all the way up here bent. Because this position, you're actually going to, you're commencing the stretching of your hamstring, this long connecting fibre from the back of your knee to the groin, just under the crease of the buttock. And if you just surrender into the posture and follow the flow of breath, watching, observing, listening, in time, your hamstring is going to let go. It's going to increase its stretch, its ability to flex. Check on the jawline that you're not clenching your teeth, gritting your teeth. Keep it soft, keep it relaxed. And then as you exhale, let's place a hand on the back of that hamstring, gently bend the knee and allow the leg to release down. Let's go on the other side. Breathe in, bend the right knee, draw that knee in towards your chest, bring your belt or strap, stop it, bring your belt or strap underneath the ball of the foot. Keep the breath flowing. And then the gentle process of the releasing into the stretch. Take your time. Now, the stretch of your hamstring can take hours, days, weeks, months, and years. There is no rush. You are not in competition with anybody, not even yourself. Your body will thank you for being kind to it, for taking your time, for letting go of the ego, avoiding going too far too soon. Simply remaining observant and allowing yourself to be in the moment of the position of the movement. Connect it with your flow of breath. Move in deepward, inside yourself. Become at one with the movement. And then gently you will bring a hand to rest on that hamstring as you exhale, bend the knee, release, allow it to straighten along the mat. Let the toes drop out away from each other, the heels just around hip width apart. Allow your arms to roll outwards so that the knuckles rest into the mat. Palms of your hands face the ceiling. Draw your chin down towards your chest. Breathe in and breathe out. Then we're going to bend both knees to our next inhalation and draw them in towards our chest, and we're going to just hold around those hamstrings gently. And we're going to commence with the rock and roll. So you're going to breathe in, take your toes just over your head a little, breathe out, come forward and up. Breathe in, roll back, breathe out, roll forward. You want to get your spine nice and rounded now. So remember that tilt of the pelvis that we had at the beginning of the session. That roll of the shoulders forward, tuck your chin into your chest. Almost imagine that there's a ball in the centre of you here, a round circle, and you're moulding yourself around that. Breathe in back, breathe out forwards. Be aware as well that when you come up, you don't slam the feet into the mat. In time, you want to control it so that your feet don't touch. Unclench your teeth. Gently rolling backwards and forwards. Beautiful massage for the spinal cord here. One more time. And upwards. Releases endorphins into the system. And then let's settle ourselves with both sit bones connected with the mat. And still just under the backs of the thighs there. We're going to breathe in and we're just going to rock back slightly to take the balance on our sit bones. We're going to straighten up through the spine, nice lengthening from tailbone to crown of head. Chin parallel with the mat. See if we can raise our toes to knee level, eye level. Draw your chest forward towards the thighs. Get those shoulder blades towards each other. Keep the breath flowing. Let's see if we can bend and straighten the legs alternately. A little bit of a nice point of the toe there, of the toes on both feet. Can you do that and release the hands? Keeping the breath flowing. Keep pulling the belly button towards the base of the spine to lend support. And then draw yourself into a little ball. Bring the forehead to the knees. Relax through the shoulders. And breathe. And then let's take ourselves back to that connection of the sitting bones with the mat beneath us. And in time, you will look towards straightening the legs. Don't worry if it doesn't happen immediately. If there's one thing about yoga, it's a process of having patience and perseverance. If you can raise the legs to straighten them, extend the arms alongside you, palms of hands facing towards your outer leg, and breathe. And then next breath in, pull yourself into that little ball, touch the toes onto the mat, give yourself a hug. Draw the forehead towards the knees. Navasana, boat posture, very good for increasing the power, the strength of your abdominals. Let's try for Ardha Navasana now, which is a full extended boat. We're going to link our fingers, take our hands to nestle into the back of the neck. We want to keep our elbows out in line with our ears. Avoid doing this at any point. If you start pulling on your neck and bringing your elbows forward, what's actually happening is the body is looking for the easiest way out. But it's not the easiest way out in the sense that you will be out of alignment and it will just pull on your neck muscles. You're actually still in the process of working the abdominals here. Okay, so we've got elbows out in line with our ears. Take a breath in, create space, lift up, drop the body down, raise the toes and breathe. And then breathe in, bring it into that little ball position. Give yourself a hug. And we'll try that once more. Link the fingers this time, taking the opposite index on top. There's two ways of linking the fingers. You just change that index finger, it will feel a little bit strange. But the great thing about yoga is you're using both sides equally, and this is going to open up new facets within the mind. Take your position and breathe. Breathe in, into a little ball, give yourself a hug. And release. And then bring yourself round into a cross-legged position. Let's just place our hands quite casually in a relaxed fashion, maybe one palm on top of the other, place it into the lap, settle into yourself, close the eyes and breathe. Be aware of how you feel both internally and externally. Awakening new energies within you. Igniting a bit of self-empowerment. Bringing to the forefront of your mind the process of patience. The ability to have patience with yourself. The very important knowledge that there is no rush. You can draw back your true potential, flexibility, the suppleness that you were born with, just by regular, daily, patient practice. So I hope you go on and enjoy the rest of your day, and remember to give yourself this space in time for some self-maintenance and yoga.